Good morning. You've seen my husband earlier on Word for Today, but I have a word. Let's turn in our Bibles to John chapter 11. Now a certain man was sick named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. Let's skip down. Verse 6, when he had heard therefore that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in that same place where he was. Then after that he saith to his disciples, Let's go into Judea again. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? And Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awake him out of sleep. You know, it's so exciting for me to be able to see Jesus awaken things that are asleep or things that are dead in our lives. When I was a little girl, I stuck my finger in a car door, and the tip of my finger developed scar tissue. Now, you could cut the end of my finger off and I wouldn't feel it. There's no feeling where that scar tissue is. You could pierce it with a needle and I wouldn't feel it because of the scar tissue. You see, in our lives, we have scar tissue. As my husband taught earlier on releasing unforgiveness, when we don't have unforgiveness, when we don't have bitterness, when we've released that person 70 times 7, sometimes there's scar tissue that remains in our heart. But Jesus shows up to remove that scar tissue for his glory. And it may seem like it takes a little bit longer, but when he shows up, he removes the scar tissue and Jesus gets all the glory. Let's continue on with the scripture. It's interesting how the two sisters respond to Jesus. Jesus shows up. Then Martha, verse 20, then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him, but Mary still sat at the house. Then Martha said unto Jesus, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it to thee. Jesus saith unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. And Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life, and he that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. I'm here to tell you today that though there is something dead in your life, Jesus will bring it back to life. Maybe it's the death of a relationship. Maybe it's an abortion. Maybe you gave your children away for adoption and that thing has been dead in you and it's left scar tissue and you have been unfeeling and you haven't been able to respond in the way that God intends you to respond. Jesus is saying that he has come to give you life and life more abundantly. Let's continue on with the scripture. And when she had said so, she went her way, verse 28, and called Mary her sister secretly, saying, The Master is come, and he calleth for thee. As soon as she heard that, she arose quickly and came unto him. Verse 32, then when Mary was come where Jesus was, she saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit, and he was troubled. Let's go down to verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary, and had seen the things which Jesus did, believed on him. When we believe that Jesus can resurrect from the dead, anything that has been lost or buried in our lives because of scar tissue, he comes and immediately he releases it. We're set free. We can feel, we can live, and we can love. And many will believe on him. That's your word for today.